Have you ever felt the sting of betrayal or the weight of regret? Perhaps you've been on the other side, struggling with the guilt of hurting someone you love. Meet Alex and Mia, a couple whose perfect relationship was shattered by secrets and lies. But as they navigated the aftermath of betrayal, they discovered that forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. In the bustling city of New York, a young couple, Alex and Mia, seemed to have it all. They were in love, successful, and admired by their friends and family. Alex, a software engineer, and Mia, a marketing executive, had been together for 3 years, and their relationship was the envy of many. However, beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. Mia had started to feel suffocated by the relationship, and she began to seek comfort in the arms of another man, Ryan. Their affair was a secret, hidden behind a facade of love and commitment. As the days went by, Alex noticed a change in Mia's behavior. She was distant, always busy, and seemed to be hiding something. But he couldn't quite put his finger on what it was. Mia's feelings of suffocation were rooted in her desire for freedom and excitement. She felt trapped in a routine that was predictable and unfulfilling. Ryan offered her a sense of adventure and passion that she couldn't find with Alex. Despite her growing feelings for Ryan, Mia struggled with guilt. She knew that her actions were wrong, but she couldn't help herself. She was torn between her love for Alex and her desire for something more. As the tension between them grew, Alex began to sense that something was wrong. He couldn't explain it, but he felt a distance between them that he couldn't bridge. One evening, as they sat on the couch watching TV, Alex turned to Mia and said, "Is everything okay? You seem distant lately." Mia hesitated, unsure of how to respond. She didn't want to lie, but she couldn't tell the truth either. "I'm just stressed with work," she said finally. Alex nodded, but he wasn't convinced. He knew Mia well enough to recognize when she was hiding something. The rest of the evening was awkward, with an unspoken tension between them. Alex couldn't shake off the feeling that Mia was keeping secrets from him. As the night drew to a close, Alex decided to confront Mia again. This time, he was more direct. "Mia, I know something's wrong. Please tell me what's going on." Mia looked at him, her eyes filled with tears. She wanted to confess, to tell him everything, but she was afraid of losing him. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said finally, her voice barely above a whisper. Alex sighed, feeling frustrated and helpless. He knew that Mia was lying, but he didn't know how to make her tell the truth. The night ended with an uncomfortable silence between them, each of them lost in their own thoughts. One fateful evening, Alex decided to check Mia's phone while she was in the shower. What he found would change everything. There were messages from Ryan, explicit and intimate, revealing their affair. Alex felt like he had been punched in the gut. He couldn't believe that the woman he loved could betray him so deeply. He felt a mix of anger and sadness, unsure of how to process his emotions. As he scrolled through the messages, Alex realized that Mia's affair had been going on for months. He felt betrayed, not just by Mia, but also by his own inability to see the signs. The shower stopped, and Mia emerged, unaware of the storm brewing inside Alex. He tried to compose himself, not wanting to confront her yet. But as they sat down for dinner, Alex couldn't help but notice the guilt in Mia's eyes. She seemed nervous, fidgeting with her napkin. "Mia, can we talk?" Alex asked, his voice calm but firm. Mia looked up, sensing something was wrong. "What's up?" Alex took a deep breath. "I know about Ryan. I saw the messages on your phone." Mia's face fell, and she looked away, unable to meet Alex's gaze. "I'm sorry," she whispered. The dinner table fell silent, with only the sound of Alex's heavy breathing filling the air. In a moment of rage, Alex decided to take revenge. He accessed Mia's social media accounts and posted incriminating screenshots of her conversations with Ryan. He also sent them to her boss and mother, ensuring that her professional and personal life would implode. The reaction was immediate. Mia's phone blew up with messages from shocked friends and family. Her boss called her into the office, threatening to fire her due to the scandal. Her mother was devastated, feeling betrayed by Mia's actions. Mia tried to apologize, but the damage was done. Alex had made sure that everyone knew about her infidelity, and she was left to face the consequences alone. As the news spread, Mia's world began to crumble. She lost her job, and her relationships with her family and friends were strained. She realized that her actions had consequences, and she needed to take responsibility for them. But Alex wasn't ready to forgive. He felt that Mia had broken his trust, and he didn't know if he could ever love her again. "I don't know if I can forgive you," Alex said, his voice shaking with emotion. "You've hurt me so deeply." Mia broke down in tears. "I'm sorry, Alex. I was weak, and I made a mistake. Please give me another chance." But Alex was resolute. He couldn't just forget what had happened. He needed time to heal, to figure out if their relationship was worth saving. As the days passed, Mia realized that she had to confront Alex. She couldn't just sit back and watch her life fall apart. She went to his apartment, determined to make things right. The confrontation was heated. Alex was still angry, and Mia was desperate to apologize. But Alex wasn't ready to forgive. He felt that Mia had betrayed him, and he didn't know if he could ever trust her again. "I don't know if I can forgive you," Alex repeated, his voice firm but emotional. "You've broken my trust, and I don't know if it can be fixed." Mia looked at him, her eyes filled with tears. "I understand, Alex, but please don't shut me out. I want to work through this together." Alex sighed, feeling torn. He wanted to forgive Mia, but he wasn't sure if he could. The confrontation ended with no resolution, leaving both of them uncertain about their future. The days that followed were filled with reflection and regret. Alex realized that his actions had consequences, not just for Mia, but also for himself. He had exposed her infidelity to the world, causing her immense pain and humiliation. As he reflected on his actions, Alex began to feel guilty. He realized that revenge hadn't solved anything. It had only made things worse. He started to wonder if he had been too harsh, if there was a better way to handle the situation. Mia, on the other hand, was left to pick up the pieces of her life. She lost her job, and her relationships with her family and friends were strained. She realized that her actions had consequences, and she needed to take responsibility for them. As the reality of her situation sank in, Mia began to feel a deep sense of regret. She wished she had been stronger, that she had resisted the temptation of Ryan's charm. But it was too late now. The damage was done, and all she could do was try to rebuild her life. As Alex continued to reflect on his actions, he began to see things more clearly. He realized that revenge hadn't solved anything. It had only made things worse. He started to feel guilty for exposing Mia's infidelity, wondering if he had been too harsh. Mia, too, began her journey to redemption. She started attending therapy, trying to understand why she had cheated and how she could prevent it from happening again. Their paths crossed again when Alex decided to reach out to Mia. He wasn't ready to forgive her, but he wanted to talk, to understand what had happened. Their conversation was emotional, but it was also a step towards healing. Alex realized that he still cared for Mia, but he wasn't sure if he could ever trust her again. Mia, on the other hand, was grateful for the opportunity to apologize. She knew she had hurt Alex deeply, and she wanted to make amends. As they talked, Alex began to see Mia in a different light. He realized that she was flawed, just like him, and that she deserved a second chance. But forgiveness was a process, and Alex wasn't ready to forgive yet. He needed time, space, and therapy to deal with his emotions. The story concludes with Alex and Mia parting ways, each of them embarking on a new journey. Alex had learned to deal with his emotions, to understand that forgiveness was a process. Mia had learned to take responsibility for her actions, to work on rebuilding her life. As they looked back on their relationship, they realized that it had been flawed from the start. They had been living a lie, pretending to be happy when they weren't. But even in the midst of heartbreak, there was hope. Alex and Mia had both grown, learning valuable lessons about love, trust, and redemption. Alex realized that he had been given a second chance, a chance to find true love and happiness. Mia, on the other hand, was determined to rebuild her life, to find a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Their story ended with a sense of closure and new beginnings. They had faced their demons, and they had emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As we conclude the story of Alex and Mia, we're reminded that betrayal and heartbreak can happen to anyone, but it's how we respond that truly matters. If you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, remember that forgiveness is a journey. It's okay to take time to heal, to seek support from loved ones or professionals. Seeking therapy can be a powerful step towards healing. It provides a safe space to process your emotions and work through the complexities of your feelings. And if you're on the other side, struggling with guilt or regret, remember that taking responsibility for your actions is the first step towards redemption. Apologizing sincerely and working to rebuild trust can be a difficult but rewarding path. Whatever your journey, remember that you're not alone. There's always hope for healing, forgiveness, and new beginnings. Thanks for watching The Digital Revenge. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more thought-provoking tales of love, betrayal, and redemption.